What is the best category to sell in on Amazon? Today we are doing a deep dive on that exact question. By the end of this, you will know the top 5, and I'm going to tally up all the scores based on the most important aspects. If you enjoyed this, please drop us a quick like and let's jump straight in. You may remember this Select report that we went through in another video. What I want to do is focus on the advertising performance of these categories first. If you've been selling for any amount of time, you know that ad spend is the biggest pressure on profit margins. So if we can choose a category which is favorable in terms of this, that is a good start. But based on the ad data overall, so my synopsis of all of this, we're going to focus on these 5. Tools and home improvement, industrial and scientific, electronics, sports and outdoors, and automotive. And we're going to run a tally score for all of these on the side here, based on the lowest ACOS, that's advertising cost of sales. In other words, the profitability of running ads. In 4th place, we have electronics and automotive tied, and they each get 2 points. 3rd place, sports and outdoors. 2nd place, industrial scientific. And 1st place, tools and home improvement. So as you can see, if it comes first within that category, it's going to get 5 points. If it comes 5th, it's going to get 1 point. Sometimes we have ties where the data is very, very similar. Another really useful metric is average order value. And although people do buy multiple of these products in one order, AOV is also a very good indicator of price point in each of these categories. And we want a higher average price point, so we want a higher average order value. Here's how these scored. In 4th place here, we have industrial, scientific, and automotive. In 3rd, sports and outdoors. In 2nd is electronics. And in 1st is tools and home improvement. And then based on the lowest cost per click, of course, when you run an ad in a niche, for every click of your ad, you pay a certain cost per click. The more competitors, the more you're usually going to pay, because the more people are bidding on that keyword and want that placement as well. Here's how these scored, and remember, we want the lowest cost per click possible. In 4th, electronics and industrial scientific. 3rd, sports and outdoors. 2nd, tools and home improvement, and 1st, automotive. And so adding together what we have so far, here are our tally scores. Tied in 3rd place, we have industrial, scientific, and electronics, each with 8 points. In 2nd, we have sports and outdoors and automotive with 9. And in 1st, tools and home improvement with 14. So that is based on advertising performance alone. Then if we look at referral fees. Now, anytime you sell a product on Amazon, Amazon does earn a commission on every single sale you make. And that's because they have the customer base which helped you make the sale. So they often take about 15% of your sell price. But this depends on category. And based on our 5 categories, here's how they scored. And remember, we want the lowest referral fee possible. In 3rd place, we have tools and home improvement and sports and outdoors, both at 15% referral fees. In 2nd, we have automotive and industrial and scientific, both at 12%. And in 1st, we have electronics. Now, this actually comprises multiple categories, but as you can see here, many of them are actually 8%. And surprisingly, the only categories on Amazon in its entirety that are 12% or 8% or lower, considering we want to sell a product for more than $35, are these ones here, hardly any of which are actually suited to private label anyway. And so using the referral fee data, we can add that to our overall tally. Then if we look at demand, you can see these tables here where Amazon shoppers were asked what do they shop for most, or in some cases, what products were purchased most in certain periods. Overwhelmingly, we see that electronics is one of the favorites here. Sports and outdoors is also featured. But automotive, tools and home improvement, industrial scientific are not featured here. So we are going to tie those last 3 for 3rd place here. Sports and outdoors in 2nd and electronics in 1st. But since overall category demand is so far removed from your individual product, we're not going to actually add scores here. Then we get to competition. In this table, we can see the categories that sellers choose to sell in most. We can see most sellers actually choose home and kitchen, sports and outdoors, toys and games. games, so these are likely the most competitive categories. Of course, fewer sellers is better. Less competition, also less cost per click with your ads. So here's how our 5 scored. In 4th place, sports and outdoors. 3rd place, tools and home improvement. 2nd, electronics. And tied for 1st place here, industrial and scientific and automotive. And so we add that to our overall tally here. Then we get to giftability. Now this is really difficult to put a number on. It is subjective, but since I believe this is one of the most important aspects, here's how we're going to break this down. Amazon has a gift ideas page. They also have a most wished for page. And of course, they have the best sellers page. And so what we are going to do is look at the gift ideas page for each of our categories, determine if those are also private labelable products. Then we're going to look at the best sellers list for each category and ascertain whether giftable products are part of the best-selling items in that category. And I'm going to drop links to all of those lists below. So number 1, let's look at tools and home improvement. This is the gift ideas page, and this is the most wished for page. What you'll notice is there's a lot of similarities between that, because if a customer wishes for that product and marks it on their wish list, Amazon is likely going to add it to the gift ideas page. But within these lists, here are specific products that we found. One is this magnetic wristband. Another is this Galaxy moon lamp, both of which are very private labelable products. Then if we look at the best sellers list, we also found this specific product, which is LED strip lights, as well as this LED neck reading light. So although these sellers aren't really emphasizing the giftable aspect, there's definitely that angle here, and these are giftable, private labelable products. And on this one, I am literally going to score it out of 5, 5 being the best and most giftable. For tools and home improvement, I'm going to give this category a 4, industrial and scientific. Now here, the gift ideas list does not exist, and neither does most wished for, which indicates that these products are not very giftable. But we do have a best sellers list, and looking over this, we found this specific product, which is a 2-pack of knee compression sleeves. But overall here, this category lends itself probably the least to giftability. So we're going to give it a 1 out of 5. Electronics. Here we do have a gift ideas page as well as a most wished for page. And within these pages, we found these specific products. This vinyl record player, these HD binoculars, and then looking at the best sellers page here, we found these specific products, these compact binoculars, and this 5-inch baby monitor. And so these products are giftable. Some of them are showing up on the best sellers list. In fact, I think the gift angle could really be improved here with packaging, etc. But I'm going to score this category a 3 out of 5. Sports and outdoors. Here we have a gift ideas page and most wished for page. The specific products we found here, this tactical survival kit and this magnetic dartboard. And on the best sellers list, we also found these specific products, this sports water bottle and this heavy duty yoga ball. So sports and outdoors is a highly giftable category. I'm going to give this one a 5 out of 5. Automotive. Here we have a gift ideas page as well as a most wished for page, and here's some specific ones we found. These ratchet tie-down straps and this car wash starter kit. Then looking at the best sellers page, we also found this car vacuum cleaner and this 20-piece drill brush set. So overall here, these are giftable products, but I'm going to score this category a 3 out of 5. So in 4th place here, we have industrial and scientific. Tied for 3rd is electronics and automotive. In 2nd, we have tools and home improvement. And in 1st, we have sports and outdoors. And then we can look at gating. Now, some categories on Amazon are gated, which means you need to gain approval before you sell products in that category. This can be seen as a pro or a con. If you can become ungated, it's a pro because it's a barrier to entry. But if you're a brand new seller, it's of course a con because you cannot sell in that category often before you have some sales history on your account. And out of these 5, the only one that is gated is automotive. The others are ungated, but always keep in mind that some subcategories or product types, even in an ungated category, can be restricted. So always double check. But here, since this can be a pro or a con, we aren't going to apply scores. So out of these 6 areas with a max score of 5 in each, so that's 30, a max score of 30, Here's how these categories did. In 5th place, we have Industrial and Scientific, 18 points. In 4th, Sports and Outdoors, 19 points. In 3rd, Electronics with 20. 2nd, Automotive, 21. And in 1st place is Tools and Home Improvement with 24 points. And so based on this analysis alone, these are the top 5 categories to sell products in on Amazon. However, you can sell in any category whatsoever. However, these do have some advantages as we went through. So if your product could be listed in multiple different categories based on its nature, I hope you did find this helpful. Or if you don't care what type of product you sell, this could be the impetus for which categories you research. And as a reminder, I help train sellers just like you in Amazon FBA Mastery. This is a fully fledged syllabus of over 100 power-packed training sessions on every single aspect of this business model. So if that sounds interesting to you, check it out at the link below this video. It's the first link in the description and pinned comment. And please remember, if you did enjoy this video, drop me a quick like. I really do appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you as part of the community. Also, comment for me below. What is your favorite category? Love to hear from you, and I'll catch you in the next video.